Okay, is the stream working correctly?
Let me just put the volume on a second.
Just checking on my phone. Seems excellent. Hello, Mongus. First viewer today.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's looking very, very solid. So far, I'm satisfied. So, for people who are slowly joining the stream, I think it's worth to know that today we're watching a match of a very high stake between Delta and PoKemon, and the second team really needs to give their best today in order to win with as high score as possible, because otherwise it might be their last match for a high stake in this tournament. By the way, there's a channel called Livestream Broadly. I think you should put it there instead of updates.
I didn't see the live stream. Where is it?
Unless it's so important.
Oh, well. It's so important.
It's so important that it needs to be in the updates.
I'll put it in both.
Okay, we have 3 people watching now. There's also Michael saying go Delta. Yeah. Very solid. Okay, are the teams ready and joining the voice chats, or?
Sounds like they're both ready, but...
Yeah, I'm just checking Delta Discord. There is Gornsky, there is Komsler, Matsi, Obtainius, and Renamed. All on voice channel. On channel below there is Mando, just in case something goes wrong. He's always there to serve the Republic. Oh, do we know the situation about map bans? Were they even done? Or?
They said they haven't. They're probably having a deep meeting on it.
Well, Delta seems to be more ready than ever. The last time we actually saw Delta in tournament action was probably about 3 years ago. I might be mistaken though.
Have they not played? I mean, what else would they have played?
I don't know. They
I suppose they renamed an Obtainius. Technically played the 2v2.
Oh, as Delta. Oh, this was the last time then. But apart from that, I think the last tournament Delta played as Delta in a full-size tournament was probably 2018, where there was Terminator, Kilona. I think Atia actually played with Delta, though I'm not sure if at this time the team was called Delta 2 or Gummy Bears already.
What would that be in that tournament? Oh yeah, they played in Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpio then. Scorpio was 2018, so that's been a while.
Yeah, the Scorpio.
Well, Dota seems to still be having a nice time on their own Discord, probably discussing some stuff. Two people are sharing their screen there, so this must be a very, very important discussion. Maybe they are still not sure about the squad because they actually have possibility of using 5 players, which are all online. Delta is rather a type of team that never overused the substitution privilege, because whenever a match was set, Delta was always there with 4 players, sometimes even more. They were also very punctual. I don't really remember Delta being late. This is one
Yeah,
of
I
the
don't
first
know. I
times.
think Aiden's trying to do the map banning with them, but I don't know if they're just discussing it still.
Okay, maybe we can say something about the situation in tournament in general. How are the playoffs gonna look like considering the current scores? What are your predictions?
Shit.
Oh, there is pizza.
I will have to. I'll come back to this.
Back in the day, there was a match between, I believe it was QI. Yeah, it had to be QI, and NSG. I was maybe not supposed to, but I was planning to play this match with NSG. And I even joined the lobby. I think our team consisted of myself, Hody, Rody, and someone else. I don't really remember. It might not even be important. But once I joined the lobby, Starita, Crusher Sky, I think Park too. Anyways, the lobby wasn't too friendly to me. They said I'm not allowed to play. And since it was QI, I truly wasn't, because if QI says you are not allowed to play a New Order tournament, then you're truly not. So I had to be removed from the lobby. I wanted to spectate the game, but I was still not allowed to. I was removed from the lobby completely, because they said they're not starting unless I'm removed. And I was kinda pissed off because I booked my evening just to play that game. I could be drinking alcohol, doing other stuff that night. And I was so pissed that I decided to call Starita mid-match and tell him what I think about it, as I had nothing to lose because I was at that time banned anyways. So I called Starita once, twice, 3 times, unless he figured out how to mute origin calls. Back in the day you could make origin calls, nowadays it's impossible. And in the end there was a shitstorm about this, but the New Order lords couldn't really do anything about that, because not only I was banned, but I wasn't an SG member or anything, I never was. So they couldn't penalize NSG, they couldn't penalize me, and they couldn't really do anything about this, and I just pissed off Starlita in the end. So this is all we had from that situation. And why do I refer to pizza by saying this story? I'm saying this story because when the shitstorm was on, the final version was that I called Starlita in order to order a pizza, and that it was not supposed to bring any chaos to the match. So yeah, whenever you see someone calling for pizza, this story is gonna come to your mind immediately, I suppose, from now. We see Delta already on the voice channel. They're supposed to be renamed Obtainius and Consular twice.
I think he had some mic trouble earlier, so I think he
Yeah,
must
so
be
he's gonna
on
play
that
like
one.
Purpose with 2 accounts on Discord at once.
Huh?
Yeah, this is how
Yeah.
Purpose always used to play, which was weird. And I remember during World Cup 2019 when he tried to play with 2 accounts on Discord, because he had to, otherwise he wouldn't be able to communicate with us.
Yeah.
Park and Igor and Maggie actually consider it to be very fishy, especially in Polish team, and consider
Oh,
this
of course.
as a smurfing attempt, or probably some attempt of, spectator ghosting, which of course wasn't a thing. He just wanted to communicate with us, and unlike the popular video said, there have never been any internal issues in the Polish team, except for purpose microphone.
Famously.
Yeah. Trout asking where the match. The match is about to start. We just have both teams joined voice channels, and yeah, we're waiting for the invitations. Rody said, I will always think about Starita when ordering pizza now. Yeah, every time. Okay. So, about the squads. In Delta, we have a rather expected squad, probably their strongest lineup at the moment, because their squad will consist of renamed, very long time Delta member, I think it's been 3 years already, Obtainius, who's in Delta probably even longer than renamed.
I saw
yeah.
Opti on the spreadsheet in a 2016 result
Oh, yeah.
for Delta, so...
Yeah, that would be just a confirmation for what I said. After him we have Madzi, former NTR member. Also, I think Madzi was member of Shin for a while. So this is a specific CV. Also, Komsler, a superstar, Polish superstar, the only Polish player in the lobby, unless we consider Zeri to be Polish, since he learned few words from Maicon. And maybe you can say something about the opponent of Delta, which is PoKemon today.
Yeah, so we got Aiden, everyone, or Nutcracker as he's formerly known. Needs no introduction, but had a bit of time off, so we'll see how he goes. Then we got Rappies, formerly QI and Fire, solid player. Then we got Ziri, the up-and-coming Swede, who was hunting for some success. And then J-Mols. I don't actually know much about J-Mols, because J-Mols was mainly active when I was away, and then when I came back, he'd sort of dropped off, so...
Yeah, I had opportunity to play against J-Mols few times, because I was active at that time, and I believe that the last time I saw J-Mols playing tournament match was either 2v2 in 2019 against Holdy and Teczki, where they lost terribly with Maggie, or it could be World Cup 2019, but I'm not exactly sure if actually J-Mols got to play there, because the World Cup 2019 was very confusing, very unorganized, and it's really hard to say who played and who didn't play in that one. So I got the invitation. I'm about to... oh, there you are. It appears that Gornsky is gonna spectate the game, probably not feeling as strong as his teammates for this particular game. And about nicknames, Deoxys Poke is Nutcracker, nowadays known as Aiden, but I tend to use old nicknames of players, so this is how I'm gonna call him. Giaridos, this is a correct pronunciation, or?
I think it's just the German spelling of, what is it, Gyarados or something? I don't know. I've never played Pokemon, actually.
Whatever that means, this is rapist, of course. Fennekin Poke is Zeri, and the last player in their team is J-Mols, who we haven't seen for a while there. And in Delta we of course have Optane is renamed and Komsler, and Reinhardt, which in this case is Matzi. Another fun fact about the match, this is US host, and US host is a very rare opportunity recently. It doesn't happen too often to play tournament matches on US host. To be honest, I'm not sure when was the last time I played on US host in tournament. I don't know about you, Brogly.
Probably the US draft, or I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, we played against KNX. They were US host.
Oh yeah,
In the
that's actually
advanced
correct.
play.
Yeah, I remember lagging. So there was a game on US host. Still, it's not like we have full US team here in the lobby, because this is 50-50. Jamos and Nutcracker are representing the new continent here, and
The new world.
yeah, the new world. And apart from them, we have Zeri as Swedish representative and Rapis as German one. People watching the stream, you can put your predictions in the comment on the chat. I'm curious who is the favorite of this match, because before the tournament started, everyone would immediately say the winner is gonna be Poke, because the roster is large and powerful, but their organization seemed to be their main weakness in this tournament, especially against Vice Tigers, and for this match it's not the best too. The team founder Mycon is not interested in playing, meanwhile other founders are just not home. This is how their roster finally looks like this, including 2 American players. Spectating Droid Run is gonna be quite a challenge too, because I don't remember when was the last time I had a
You must deny the
privilege of
rebels
doing
control
that.
of those power droids. Capture all 3.
Okay, Poke is just rushing straight forward with every player apart from
gained
Rapis.
control of a droid.
Meanwhile, Delta is a bit more deep on the map. In fact, they have 2 droids, but they don't have the best position. Have Jamos already dead there. And the Poke push didn't really work out. Unless those 2 players managed to do something. Nutcracker, the last one alive. Shielded, probably gonna give a spawn. Receiving support from Zeri. Not looking good for Delta. Oh, very good play by Matzi and 3-Named here. Very solid defense. They managed to finish everyone, and now there is Obtainius pushing C. He had a good plan. Didn't work out in the end.
The rebels seized a droid. Double your efforts.
Also, probably I'm not sure if you are saying something or just eating pizza, but I
I'm
can't.
just eating pizza.
That's
It's
fine.
okay.
That's fine.
But yeah, the spawns haven't flipped yet, so it's just sort of been trading B and A, which is a little bit risky for Delta.
Yeah,
They
but
haven't
now
really
look,
close to capping C. They got a
Matzi
chance now.
has a clear C cap now. If Nutcracker is not in time, oh, he is.
He is.
He is in time. Very good timing with the pulse cannon. That was one of the best pulse
Yeah.
cannon uses I have seen since a while ago. Komzer wins 1v1 against Nutcracker. Didn't expect something like this will ever happen. And now Poke is getting a bit more aggressive, focusing.
Komzer is 4-1 at the moment. He's gay.
Yeah, Komzer is Polish superstar, like I mentioned previously.
Yeah, you did say.
It seems that Jamos is running Pulse Cannon too, so Team Poke is actually the one overusing Pulse. I expected that from Renamed, to be honest. And it seems that Dalton is not the one who's gonna pulse the shit out of opponents here.
I think Delta needs to
Yep.
just sort of get a C. Or at least apply pressure to it, because at the moment it just sort of seems like a matter of time before Poke are going to get some score on the board with getting B and A at the same time.
Now the spawns switched.
Oh,
Delta
yeah,
is in
good.
bad position, but Komsler spawns simultaneous. And if C is capped for Delta, it's not. It's gonna be huge advantage for... Oh! Komsler managed to trade that melee, and this was very, very efficient for Delta.
Delta going to get 1% here, maybe?
Yeah,
Defend
2%
the
I think.
droids at
1.
all costs.
1-0
Oh,
for
one.
Delta.
1-0. It's 1-0.
It's 1-0, yeah. The first spot goes for Delta. And yeah, as you mentioned, the spawn switched completely. Now the position is exactly the opposite as it used to be.
I think this probably favors Poke because
Yeah, I think it does.
they were more playing like the 2-2 with 2 people pushed up, which is more likely to just get a cap on
Yeah,
C.
yeah. Delta is
than,
still very, very deep, and they are getting pushed. Now, it's 1v4. He's not gonna handle this, and this is a lot of score for Poke. A lot of score is gonna come here.
Recapture the droids.
Oh, a lot of score. Now
They
Delta
took a droid
spawn on the other side, but this is gonna be around
Okay.
20%. Oh, less than 20. Poke went very aggressive. Nutcracker everywhere with his pulse cannon. Is it gonna be a score again? No. Delta is taking control over 2 droids now. Nutcracker 1v2 against Renamed,
Droid
and
recovered.
Matzi
Capture the rest.
loses this.
Taking A though. So this is the good position for Poke that I think
Yeah,
they benefit
they seem
from.
to have a huge positioning advantage here. Komsler in 1v2 situation loses that, of course.
They lose B. I think there might be.
I think there is no percent.
Recapture the droids
Yeah, not
immediately.
even 1. Was there 1%?
We must regain that droid.
No.
But look at Delta now. They have good spawns.
Oh.
If they
Pamięć
manage to
might get
keep
this
B,
cap.
if they manage to keep B there, it depends on Matzi really. Yeah, Matzi gets B. Oh, but they both died on C. I wonder how that happened. I didn't pay attention.
I think the spawns came in
Droid
from
secure. Concentrate on the rest.
Aiden, so he managed to clear up. I think there was just one Delta player left.
Renamed gets surprised by Nutcracker. This is complete demolition of Delta. They're in very bad position here.
Oh, comms with clutches though.
Not the first
Secure
time.
the remaining droids.
He saves A, and
Yeah,
they're gonna
very
get C as well.
balanced game. In fact, Nutcracker is rather out-fragging Delta, but other than that, the team aspect is very close. Renamed very aggressive push. Gets 1. Gets 2. In fact, Delta gets huge advantage
The
over
droid
B.
is in our possession.
But look at Renamed. He's going for A, and Delta has 2 players there.
Whoa.
But they weren't coordinated enough with Komsler. The coordination was the weakness for Delta here. Very, very passive game, I would say.
The rebels have seized control of the droid. Recover it immediately.
Is Poke gonna score now? It really depends. But Komsler is there. Oh, in
No.
the very last moment
Close.
from Renamed. And Komsler even found time to respawn on the chat. What a badass. Delta forgets about C and loses some percent, I believe.
It's gonna be quite a bit.
Yeah, it's
actually.
gonna be around
Power
10%,
droid,
if
seize
not
them
more.
back.
Renamed in
'Cause,
bad position.
Okay, they should be able to get C.
They are gonna recap C, but this game seems to be not in their favor. The kills are pretty much on Poke's side, especially because of Zeri and Nutcracker, who are out-fragging the entire Delta squad. And probably the coordination is the other aspect of advantage from Poke. And this is gonna be another score for them.
Recapture the droid.
Poke
at
goal
once.
for this game was
They
doing
captured
200
the
roll,
droid. Alter your
and
attack.
it's... Well, it might be almost that, because they only lost 1% so far, and it doesn't seem like they're gonna lose more.
That was a really nice pulse cannon, and Zero needs to stop this. Oh, he
Yeah,
so
he was close. He almost had that.
He was close to stopping it, Captain.
But they're
Could have
gonna
been
score
really
again.
big,
They're
but-
gonna score again.
Yeah.
Delta is completely wrecked by their spawn. I think this is gonna be
We must
100 to
intensify
1.
our efforts. We need to retake the droids.
The US host didn't really affect 2 European players in the Poke team. Especially considering Zeri's performance. But now Delta is losing this game. Even though the beginning seemed to be very promising for them. Because
Yeah, it was,
they were on the lead for a while.
It was a tight start.
Yeah, and that was the general 2v2 capability that was on Poke side. We can obviously see that 2 players in their team already clutched and 2 others didn't. Couple asked who is Poke Infernape. It is Jamos, old US player. Probably far beyond his prime, which is 2018 and beginning of Scorpia tournaments. Today he's supposed to replace Starlita, Nasanyan, Maikon and generally many players who didn't show up. Now we're waiting for the second game invitation. This is gonna be Delta's host, which is gonna be European, so slight disadvantage for Nutcracker and Jamos, and probably a big map difference.
Do you know what the next map is?
I have no clue, but we're gonna see very soon.
Oh, Matsy didn't know that pulse was allowed.
This is what happens when you don't read tournament rules before it starts.
It's there. But at least he didn't he didn't leave the lobby because he thought they were running pulse when it was banned. That would have been worse.
That's something Mashigani would do, or maybe Demonic. Well, if Poke manages to repeat the same score now, then they're still in game. They're still in this tournament, still in fight for the highest trophies. However, they cannot afford to lose like more than, I don't know, 10-20%.
Oh, Marco Piers.
Markup is the replacement for Starlita, I assume.
Oh.
So, Poke is still in game. Still under big pressure, but I think this first game could have given them a lot of self-confidence. Pull spammer. I'm glad to see that someone finally uses word pulse spammer, because I've been really missing that in tournaments for a while. Only those cyclers, ionates. And here we have finally something
Finally some
something
pulse.
new and old at the same time. I have a question for people watching the stream. How would you rate today's quality? Because my new connection that I like to flex with allowed me to to do this stuff. There are no lags, at least for me, no drops. Really, nothing bad is happening. And I hope you all have the same feeling. Let me know in the chat.
Oh, well, that pizza was pretty good. Good entertainment as well whilst I ate it.
Did Starlita bring that pizza to you?
Sadly not. It was out of the freezer.
Yeah, this is my stream, Brogly, and everyone is confirming high quality. Have you ever seen that on my stream?
Excellent. No, I haven't.
That's rare, that's rare. Actually, since you are waiting for JMOS, it's good time for a question. Your favorite map, that doesn't say a lot because he can be either sarcastic or not. Yeah, that's what I assumed though. I thought Dota might try something like Rebel Base, but they seem to be trying to go into an open fight. So, as the entire Pokemon team seems to be ready and insisting on the match start, Dota is not. Oh, is there a squad change? Komzer is sitting. The Polish superstar?
What? There's been a swap.
Yeah. I wonder why Komzer is the one sitting. Maybe there's some connection problem, or maybe they want to go into fully German communication, which used to be a trademark of Delta. That's interesting tactical move.
Junsei, okay.
Yeah, Komzer is at least has been playing on Junsei quite a lot recently, so I don't know if the tactical swap is meant to bring the aim quality to the team. Probably the communication, which is gonna be quite useful here on Junsei, though I think still not as useful as on Java Refuge, of course. I wonder if teams are gonna go tactical or rather chaotic, but since it's Junsei,
I think chaotic.
I think chaotic, yes.
We must deny the rebels control of those power droids. Capture all three.
I would be very surprised if the game was tactical and organized. And this is gonna be the main object of the game, the B-Droid on Junsei. Very important strategical point, element of gameplay. And let's see what Delta is planning to do. We have nobody staying on the last droid?
We must
Or
retake that
Gursky's gonna
droid.
do that? Oof, Delta went very aggressive this one, but nobody is staying on the last droid.
Yeah, they could just go and take it
We
for
have
free.
pulse cannon in the Poke squad. Poke running away, shielded. But Delta kinda lost players here. All of them died.
Yeah, a bit too aggressive.
Yeah, they probably went too aggressive, though at the beginning it seemed to be very promising. Gursky loses 1v1 against Nutcracker. And now, Poke has the advantage of
Destroy the
droids.
droid. Seize the others.
They need to recap, and Gursky manages to do that, but this is not looking good for Delta. However, they're gonna lose 1% only.
Yeah, Matty managed to get C there, so
All droids acquired.
not
Not even
1%.
1%. Matsi
They
quite
should be able to take
surrounded.
A because they're getting this spawn on A. Although
Now this is gonna be way more points. An orbital
Nice
strike
orbital.
coming in, very good orbital.
Secure the remaining power
It's
droids.
gonna be around
once.
15%, I assume. 14 to be precise. Delta doesn't know that Zeri is here, but Zeri probably didn't know there's 3 of them coming. Delta is moving as a group in this game. They don't leave anyone on A.
We must
Every
regain
time
that
they push with
droid.
all 4 players. I don't think I understand why.
yeah,
1v1
It's,
renamed
it's
wins
a
this
big lot
1v1,
of
he's gonna
mass
cap. And now, it all depends if they keep C. But they didn't even score. I have no clue what
Droid
Gursky tried to
secured.
do. He completely
Concentrate on the
didn't
rest.
watch on his opponent. Poke is rather controlling the map. They're often jumping down from the ship. Which means they really have this high ground.
Aiden's gonna take A as well, so
This is gonna be a bit over 30% now
Possible.
because Delta is very,
Droids are
very
in our possession. Do
Ooh.
not relinquish
disorganized
control.
at the moment. They completely... And now, Poke is even recapping this droid. This is gonna be even more... Why is Spectator asking if Pulse is allowed? Poke keeps recapping those droids.
yeah.
And
there,
they cannot
Rapids
stop
just
scoring.
recaps it.
The rebels have seized control of the droid.
They
Recover
can't stop
it
scoring.
immediately.
This is funny. Matsi very well played here in this 1v1. Renamed wins 1v1 too. Oh, Renamed has no clue that there is someone behind
Behind
him
you.
and didn't even turn around.
He's still there. They
Yeah,
have no idea
Renamed
he's
didn't
in,
even notice the droid is lost.
in Rebel spawn.
That's weird, to say at least. I mean, if he did turn around and kill Nutcracker, they would score like 5% maybe. He completely didn't notice. Like, if he didn't want to notice, I don't know. Maybe he was paid by the opponent.
I think that would be a first, wouldn't it?
I don't
The
know.
droid has been lost.
Has a team ever thrown for another team?
Maybe.
We've seized the power droid.
Tania's in very important 1v1 here, but not in privileged position.
He's just gonna go cap C. Probably not a bad move.
If Gursky manages to shrink his opponents here and just recap A, then maybe they can count on some percent, but he was surrounded. Team Poke really has this map control, and this is the main point of their advantage in this game. This is what probably is gonna keep them in this tournament, because it doesn't seem like Delta is gonna score anything.
Droid seized.
Which I think
Excellent
means
work.
that Delta will need a pretty big win against Vice Tigers.
Yeah, very big. Well, unless they manage to score something here, which is still not impossible, because look at
impossible.
this, there is Renamed coming for A. He has the recap,
Oh, yeah, they're gonna get
and
some.
he's gonna score some points for Delta.
The rebels have captured
probably
the
gonna be
droids.
like 5, but
Reacquire them.
Isn't it?
still,
6%.
still something. Already better than previous game, right?
Hmm.
And now Rename needs to recap. Why is he not recapping, I wonder? Okay, they finally did it. Well, I'm not exactly sure if switching comms was a good idea, because... Well, maybe they just wanted to
That
give everyone
droid
a
must
chance
be
of play.
recovered at once.
Because Gursky hasn't been playing a lot of those top-level tournament matches in the past. And now, are they gonna score or not? 1%?
Reacquire
Yeah,
the droid.
1%. it
One.
was.
A droid has been lost to us.
The position is interesting now, because Delta has 3 droids, but Jamos is going for a recap. And they completely didn't notice him again. This is not the first time. Close recaps now. If they were both 1 second late, then it would be 9%.
Yeah.
Obtanius is just going full Madlat, throwing Ionade at himself. Now Delta has the map control, which is
Yeah.
unexpected, because after what we saw for the first few minutes of this game, it didn't
And when,
seem likely.
I mean, Poke got about 60% all in one go.
Yeah, and now this is a score for Delta, I'm pretty sure. Because look at this, this is gonna be a big score. Unless they
Perhaps,
recap.
this one, no, this one's recapping.
Oh, that would be big score if they didn't. But Delta lacked firepower here. There were 3 of them and they still lost 3, basically.
They didn't even have to win it necessarily, just to play it.
A droid
Yeah, there
has
was no
Essentially
need of
a 3v,
Acquire the
a 3v2 because one of them was busy tapping.
Rename dies to a smart rocket, and I think we can see Poke scoring soon. Well, actually not, because this is where Renames respawn. And Delta is in huge advantage again. Gursky with double kill, very big. This is gonna be score for Delta, probably 3%. But Gursky is rushing. Hey, very
must
hard.
reacquire the power droids. The rebels seized a droid.
Only 1%
Double your
again.
effort.
They, I think Delta just lack the firepower to score a lot at a time.
Yeah, they score like 3%, 2%, 1%. I think it was like third time they scored 1%, so...
Hmm.
There's a
Although
big fight on
Maxi
B now.
Oh, Maxi couldn't get either on A. Yeah, they were both 1 HP.
I think Poke took a huge advantage on B now, and they can use it to recap C. However, there's only Nutcracker there, and he's dead.
We've
So
secured
the
the
advantage
droid.
no
The
longer
Emperor
exists.
will be
Look at
key.
Gursky, he's jumping down from the ship. There's nobody looking A. He doesn't die from fall damage. But he didn't kill Zeri.
Yeah, renamed and Rapids traded on B though, so there was no one there to...
In
take
fact,
B
we are
back.
mostly focusing at how many percent Delta is going to score, but actually, keep in mind that Poke didn't score 100% yet.
No, that's true. And there is only a minute left, so...
Yeah, they're gonna score 1% now, maybe. And it's still maybe.
The rebels seized a droid. Double your efforts.
And Delta has 2 droids again, has the
We've
control
captured all the droids.
of map,
The end is in sight.
and somehow loses points.
A
That's-
few more percent. For,
Yeah, a few more percent. Very original, I'd say. And the Nutcracker is going for a double cup here.
We've
Rename's
secured a
probably
droid.
gonna recap
The
C
Emperor
before
will
doing
be
anything. Oof, big kill from Nutcracker. Important fight for the ship here. But Delta had way more players against Zeri, just Zeri himself. Delta surrounding their opponents, but Nutcracker winning 1v2 here. Beats them both.
Ah, that's gonna be it.
Yeah, this is gonna be
67
it.
to 8.
67 to 8. I think this score is not satisfying for any of those teams at the moment, because
No,
it
yeah.
really gives an open way for everything in this group still to happen. Yeah, in the end, Gornsky managed to warm up and not really throw the game, because the beginning looked very tough for him. This is when they lost over 50% at once, I believe. And in the end, we have 67 to 8, which gives us open way for the final outcome of the group. Can you bring up any calculations now?
Well, if we think about the outcomes, I think Poke's sort of percentage difference is about -40. If we just approximate. So essentially they need... what do they need? I think if... No, that doesn't make sense. I think Vice Tigers beat...
Well, if Vice Tigers win their match, then Delta is out of the tournament.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's. I think Vice Tigers are always ahead of Poke, but then it basically is... If Delta win against Vice Tigers, then...
Yeah, then this is messed up.
Then I'm not sure.
Let's calculate
But if
what score does Delta need in order to get out of the group? What score do they need?
They need to win by... Well, they're at -160. So they need to win by like 200, I think. Maybe.
I think no. I think not 200. I think
You know?
less. But considering the game we just saw, I'm not sure if Delta is capable of winning against Vice Tigers that high, or even with winning
Maybe,
against
yeah.
them.
I mean, I don't think that match is a foregone conclusion. Because Kia and Mongus, if they play well, and Emil's pretty decent.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
it's
Vice
their
Tigers
fault.
can still win this group with 6 points in the end. Which
Yeah,
would
I
be-
think, and if Vice Tigers win, then that puts Poke in second, and then that makes the next stage interesting, because Poke will have to face... Well, they'll face the winner of Group 4, so actually they probably win that.
Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting then. I don't know when the next stream is gonna take place. I was hoping to stream the major game between Poke and Power Rangers, but it might take place on Tuesday, which means that I won't be there. But in case it was delayed to Thursday or something, then maybe I'll be able to. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, enjoy the best club tournament of the year, which is the refreshment Droid run. There won't be any better tournaments this month.